What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Guys, it's Sunday, and that means that the markets are opening up tomorrow. That means that there's big opportunities coming up, and next week is setting up to be a great week. There is definitely no doubt about that. So hopefully you guys are locked in and ready for the week that we've got coming up. But before we get into that, let me just give you guys the rundown on last week. Okay, so myself and the guys over the Patreon, we went 1 for 1 last week, meaning we took one trade, we won that trade. As a matter of fact, the week before that, we went 2 for 2, took 2 trades and won both of those trades. Anytime I am entering into a trade, I let the guys over the Patreon know by sending them an alert so that they can get into that trade as well. Guys, the link for the Patreon is below in the video description. I highly suggest you guys tap in, okay? Let me just give you guys a breakdown on this trade that we took last week, because this trade was on ARKK. ARKK is one of my golden gooses, okay? Instrument selection is very, very important. If you guys have ever lost a trade, most likely it was because you actually chose the wrong thing to trade. If you choose the right thing to trade, you've won half the battle. ARKK is one that you guys will see me trade frequently just because it's that good to trade. It's such a good trading vehicle, guys. I trade this pretty much every single month and it delivers time and time again, okay? This trade cost $110, so $110. I took 44 contracts on that, and we took this up 40% in 24 hours. There's nothing out there in this world that can deliver you guys a 41% return in 24 hours and do it over and over and over again. That is why I'll tell you guys about the power of these options. The expiration date was the 7th of June. So this was a short option trade. Sometimes I have a 1 week expiration date. Sometimes I have a 2 week expiration date. It just depends on the setup. In this case, because it was so clean and crisp on the charts, all I needed was a couple of days. So that 1 week was more than enough. And it also just meant that the contracts printed even more. Sometimes I'll enter into a 2 week, just depends on the setup. I was only in this for 24 hours. On average, I'm probably in my trades about 2 or 3 days, so a little bit longer than this. But I said, because the setup was so clean and it delivered in less than 24 hours, I only needed to be in a short amount of time, take the 2,000 in profit, and just crack on with it. Okay, guys. But as I said, that was last week. Next week is coming up, so make sure you guys put yourself in a position to take full advantage of the opportunities that are given to us every single week. Okay, guys. I wanted to set myself a challenge. I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, and running off the back of ARKK, which I forgot to mention to you guys, was a put option. So for my beginners, you can make money when the market moves up through calls, but also don't forget you can make money when the markets move down with puts as well. So either direction the market's going to move in, you can take advantage of that. So back to the challenge. I want to set myself a challenge. I wanted to find some put option names, some put option candidates out there in the market. So names I'm expecting to fall. But here's the thing. The challenge is to find a couple of names that are under $10. So that adds a definite layer of difficulty to this, because I can reel off names in the market that are going to drop all day. But under $10, that's most definitely an added layer. But I'm a man who likes a challenge. So let's see what I've got for you guys. First name we have is Peloton. There was once a time when we were all cooped up in the house, we couldn't do much, and we wanted to stay fit. And the way to do that was through these Peloton bikes. So they were a big deal back in the day, but that day is well and truly gone. We're in a new era right now, and these Peloton bikes are just used as storage and as clothes racks. But aside from that, there's some good setups forming here. We have a damn near 25% move from the low. Okay, we have a move from the low of about 25%. We know that nothing just moves in a straight direction, with either up or down. So this 25% move up is just setting up a reversal trade. Okay, it gets even better than that, because if you actually look on the charts, you've got a gap here. So you've got no candle that's printed between 388 and 356, but you've got price moving. what we've got here is what we call a gap induced move. So we should expect price to go ahead and fill that gap. Once it goes ahead and fills that gap, we should expect a reversal. Okay, that reversal is a put option opportunity to make money on the way down. So that's what we're expecting here with Peloton. I'm expecting this to drop right back down to that 320 level in no time. 1 or 2 weeks, that's what my expectation is. Okay, so this is the first name. The second name is MLUN. That's Mullen. This is just one part. This is just part of the EV monstrosities that are out there. Okay, this is one that is just riddled with bad financials, organization, just business plan. Everything is just in the dumps with this one. Okay. However, in the last session, we've seen this move up 16%. As a matter of fact, I'm expecting this to be delisted from the stock market. So to go under $1 and not satisfy those NASDAQ rulings. However, it's currently standing at 450. So that's quite a way below where it is right now. It's seen a 16% move. Again, I believe this is what we call an artificial move. The true move is going to be lower, meaning that that's a put option opportunity. It gets even better as well on this one because we have another gap you guys can see, and that gap goes down to about 320. So what I'm expecting is for that gap to be closed. Right now it's at 453. I'm expecting that 320 gap to be filled. Both of these two are gap induced moves, just in different directions. Peloton was a gap induced move to the upside. This is going to be a gap induced move to the downside. Both are going to be presenting good quality put option plays right here. Okay guys, so these are the two names that I came up with for under $10 that are put option opportunities. Let's hear from a member over at the community. We have Liam. All right, Liam says, I want to add another income stream to my full-time job. Is $100 enough to start trading options? I respect Liam, and anyone who's got that same mindset that wants to increase their income, okay, that wants to maximize the opportunities that are available to them, that is very, very commendable, and it's something that I highly suggest you guys should do because we have so many opportunities that are available to us. Why would you not take advantage of them? Guys, when I first started trading options back in 2017, 2018, I didn't have much money to trade options with. As a matter of fact, I have a similar amount to Liam. I had $100, $200 to put into the market and trade with. Fast forward several years, things look very different. You guys saw from the ARKK trade that I showed you guys in the beginning. That was a 44 contract play, meaning most of my trades are around that $5,000 mark. Okay, so I've gone from a couple $100 up to $5,000 today, and I aim to increase that average trade size over time, and that's exactly what you guys will do. You'll start from your base, which is about $100, which is absolutely fine. That trade on ARKK, as a matter of fact, it cost $110, so that's right around the amount that we're working with here. But what happens is you scale and you compound over time. You take the 50% win, you take those 100% wins, they stack up. They stack up and they build. So your base, you might be working with $100, $100, $200. In a year's time, you'll probably be working with $300, $400. A year after that, you're going to start getting into the 1,000 territory, okay? Before you know it, you're making thousands on these trades. I've got guys in the Patreon, some of them making hundreds on their trades. Some of them are making thousands on the trades. They're all on their journey. But the key thing is that you get started. The key thing is that you start this journey, you start to build, you start to compound. The sooner you do, the sooner you're going to get to those much, much bigger numbers, okay? And I tell you what, taking a 50% win or 100% win, even if it's a low ticket trade, like a $100 trade, feels just as good as it does when you start making thousands, okay? Because it's all part of your individual journey. But the key thing, as I say to you guys, is that you get started and you start growing and you start building. I've got my guys over the Patreon who are building. They're growing their accounts, they're scaling, they're moving up, making $500 a month to then making $1,000 a month, okay? So that's the key thing. $100 is more than enough. One thing I'm trying to get you guys out of is this limiting belief environment that you put yourself in. It doesn't matter what your education is. It doesn't matter what your experience is. If you had bad experiences, whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter what your time flexibility is. It doesn't matter what your capital flexibility is. None of these things crowd you out from taking advantage of the market. The richest people in the world use the market to their advantage. There's no reason why you can't get a slice of that action. That's what my goal is. The goal is to get you guys involved, to get you guys winning and earning from these markets on a consistent basis. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you in this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.